Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Pillars of Eternity here. I'm going to try to continue to plug away at this and see if I can finally finish it. I just want to say that it means a lot to me when you guys watch this video. I really do. Thank you for watching, and I hope all your Christmases went very well. And cue the Framework fans there. So last I left off, was trying to... I wanted to get into the insane asylum and talk to this dude over here, because he's a spy apparently. Do I have to talk to them? No. Oh, this door's unlocked. What's in here? Let's break that open. It's unlocked. So there's a female, mid-40s, awakened to the past life as a serial murderer. Which dominated personality, subject vagueness between violence and severe depression, resulting in guilt of the past deeds. Weak candidate for present research. Okay, what research are they doing? Are they trying to fix that? To be honest, I was more interested in the whole animal soul thing. That could have really cool. Subject is a male, approximately. I've always hated this, by the way. When I was younger, when I would look at this, I thought that S was for all three sentences here. And I was like, why would you do this? It's a very weird mathematical way to look at that, but anyways. Approximately early 30s, powers of speech absent, presumably as a result of the over-fragmentation of his soul. As such, he is the ideal subject for present research. Oh, that was the dude upstairs. Okay. So there's a male, mid-20s, displays acute dissociation and paranoid delusional tendencies, causing anger and extreme violence. Dangers of working with the subject preclude possibility of further use. 17 of age, admitted for episodes of catatonia. So he gets quiet, okay? Followed by occasional violent outbursts. Initial analysis of soul revealed several fragments of essence. Deficiency said deficiency all but eliminates the possibility of utilizing the subject. Interesting. Go over here. Note to Ezo. Reply, I request more copper tubing for my next experiment. Do not requisition it from the sanatorium's stores. I don't have the time to deal with the head warden's inevitable questions. So moving fluid, I see. What's really cool is you can actually put a negative line for a house on the copper tubing for a house if there's copper tubing in it. If the house is all plastic line, there's no point to put that on there. Man who waits. Question the animator subjectivity. Anything else? Young or lane woman trance in her fingers along the spines of the books in front of her, row by row. Her motions quick and skittish, like a bird's like birds, she does not notice you until you are nearly upon her. Oh my! You startled me! Are you supposed to be in here? Oh, what do you do here? I'm looking for the experts on awakenings. Me, I'm just Master Azo's assistant. But there's a visiting scholar from Revu Revow? Review? Revo? I can't pronounce that. Here named Belisage. She claims to know about them. If there's nothing else, I need to get back to work. What do you do here? I mostly help Master Azo set up and clean his equipment. I also keep his office organized since he's too busy to do it himself. Okay. Interesting. Can I get in here now? Nope. 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 Oh, that's right. I gotta level her up. That's right. He knows. He's running experiments on patients here. Head Warden Ethelmore. Experiments. Cutman Azo is in charge of the patient's welfare now. He is not authorized to run any more experiments. I am disappointed at Cademan. I had hoped he would be the one to guide your inquiry. He'll be in his office or in the patient's ward. I am granting you intermittent access so you can find him. No doubt you'll wish to speak with him further on the matters. And I, for one, am curious as to what he might have to say. Tread carefully in this ward. There are a few dangerous cases. I would ask also that you do your best not to agitate the patients. They have enough troubles as it is. Alright, now we're going to access. Let's find out what's going on here. I have never myself been to a sanatorium in real life, and from what I understand, most of them are non-existent anymore. Flesh construct. And watches you wearily. Patient. Frail. Oh, this looks like a lovely place to live with poop stains on the floor. Another flesh monster. Another flesh monster. Broken crates. A room I can't get in. I'll keep your distance. Wicks in that call back there. A cell back there. Yeah. Ooh, money. More money. Alright, a book. Oh, about the Templars. I really don't care. Why did I open this door? I'm not gonna find out. So imagine these things get mad at me. No visitors. No speaks. Okay. On the random patient staring in a corner. Why is that box purple? Let me save my game. Find out why the box that's in the middle of a sanatorium is trapped. I saved it. Might as well open it. A rippled sponge. Rippled sponge, crash plus 10% maximum endurance. 600 seconds, 25. Made from a sponge found along the rock coast. Interesting. So it's a sponge I can eat. The guy specifically asked me not to agitate the patients. Ah, here we go, Mr. Azu. Azo? Round-faced, balding man turns to face you. His upper lip is pulled upward, slightly. Oh, he's got a hair lip. By his pointed nose. Exposing his upper teeth when he scowls. What is the meaning of this? Told me you're not supposed to be doing any more experiments. Yes, well, Ethelmore hasn't done much good for anybody since he had his soul removed to an inanimate object. So, I fail to see why I should let that sway me. If animancers all followed the commands of their leaders, where would we be? We would all be as backward and willful ignorant as Ridicers. Ridicers. There is. Ridicurus. Ridicurus? Ridicurus? We would know nothing about life or the death or even ourselves. We would be lost in the dark with no clue as to why. I never thought I'd find myself in agreement with a statue. But Ethelmore's right about this fellow, at least. He sneers at Azu. How else ambition masquerades as prudence? I'll be his fooled even himself. You toy with things beyond your comprehension. It's dangerous and foolish. It seems to me we're still in the dark. Surely there is an other path. I like that one. Indeed, many lives have been spent in such pursuit, writing trysts and poems. But tell me this. How does one verify the truth of a poem? If some philosophers stumbled across the meaning of our existence, how would we know it from a false one? These are wasted lives. The Animancy, there is progress. We are miserable, closer to completing measurable. We are measurable, closer to completing understanding, becoming of our work, and that will be true until our work is completed. Who will solve Waidman's legacy? Some church? Some warrior? It will be an animancer, or it will be no one at all. How you've tried your experiments on any other subjects? I have. Yes. No point in lying about it. Now that other members involved, I asked for volunteers from our patients, and a few brave souls came forward. I was very close at one time to a breakthrough. They understood that. They understood their sacrifices would mean something. And if you've seen an unusual behavior in patients, you're going to get a lot of looks asking questions like that in a sanitarium for the unbalanced. In truth, I have spent little time treating them since I have been produced in my capabilities. You might have luck with some of our more functional patients. They tend to congregate in the main areas, just past the entrance to the patient's ward. I heard you were demoted. What happened? I'm looking for experts on awakenings. Oh, why not? I don't have time to give you directions. Go bother somebody else. What a nice guy. Roger demoted. Azel's nostrils flare, and he bars his upper teeth more broadly. That's none of your concern. Did one of the others put you up to this? Oddmere, that smug weasel. Things went wrong. Everything. I don't know how. I'll never know. He spits on the floor as if to remove a bitter taste from his mouth. Or whatever. Something bubbles in the tank. Interesting. Oh, there's a doorway right there. I didn't know that. Okay, that's cool. Oh, there's one right here too. Huh. Lockpicks. Why are there lockpicks there? Let's send the rogue over to steal that. Doop. Doop. I'm gonna stealth around in front of the guard. Thankfully, it's an idiot golem. Alright, so he said it's one of the pages here. I assumed it's this one right here because it's the one with the name. Friel. A curved spine twists this woman's posture forward. Her greasy hair draped over her large eyes like veins. She smiles at you. You must be visiting someone. Then notices your appearance. She adds, a friend visit, I hope. What do you have with the animator Izo? Oh, I like him very much. Many animators could care less about their patients. Look at us like vermin for their experiments. But Master Azo treats us like humans. Even the very sick. You can tell he does this to help people. He's helped me understand a great deal about myself. And I know he's done the same for others. It's too bad what they did to him. He hides it well, but I know he's still affected by it. What happened to Azu? Friol's eyes dart back and forth, and her voice lowers to just above the whisper. They don't like to talk about it, but there was an accident. He's said to be one of the brightest in Deerwood. That was his reputation here. And that was what brought me to seek treatment. People say it was ego that drove him to try to solve the legacy. But that's hogwash. Even if he was a bit of a showman, he loves his homeland. He thought he could help. He wasn't one to speak of his work suspected his colleagues might have tried to steal it. But he told me once that he had figured out a way to create a soul. Not a soul exactly, mind you. How did he put it? A proxy. I think he called it, had some machine that drew energy out of the very ether. Can you imagine? The point is, it was going to help with the legacy. It was going to make Hollowborn into something easier to love and care for. Gods know that's something we need. Do you know what they call those empty little babies on Andre's gift? Tell me. They call them buoys, because so many of them are found floating face down in the water. These are mad times. The grieving mother's hand flies to her ears, and her mouth forms a silent scream. Only her mind speaks. Evil that magnified tragedies. This is what we must stop. Jesus, drama queen. Right? Anyway, Master Azo had scheduled. That was so appropriate right there, by the way. Hats off. That was excellent writing right there. I may point out the bad stuff that happens in this game a lot, but God, this was great. Anyways, scheduled a public demonstration of his work in Copper Lane. He was so excited. Oh, that's the place with all the weird zombies in it. Oh. And the next day, he was locked in his office, turning away visitors. I had heard, and he stopped seeing patients. I don't know exactly what happened, and I don't have the heart to ask him, but I'm glad they're letting him treat people again. Have any patients here been acting unusual? Well, there's Bactius, who relives a murder she committed more than 5 lifetimes ago. Edelman, who they say only has half of a soul, and who was found collecting the faces of others because he believed his own to be a false one. Graham, he speaks in a language no one understands and wails at night sometimes. Different from the normal behaviors, I mean? Oh yes, I suppose, but nothing they didn't volunteer for. Master Azu lets us know that a number of patients in the North Ward had volunteered for a new therapy and would be escorted to his laboratory to receive treatment. The North Ward has our most troubled cases. I'm glad some of them have chosen to get help. It seems to me it's gotten quieter over there since I started. It's grim. I see them talking in most. He struggles, but he also, he always was a bit of a wild one. I would have been able to visit the North Ward. They like to keep them separate. I don't know that they ever seen the guard allow a visitor, just Master Azu. You might ask him. He's very sympathetic. Why are you in here? Brying her hair, her chuckles flush. I don't want to say. You'll think less of me. I'm listening. These last few years haven't been kind to me. They haven't been kind to anyone, really. I try not to think of it as a personal. I lost my husband and both my boys in the Saints' War. My daughter The legacy took her before she was even mine. I may do. What else can you do? I moved into the tiny place in Audra's gift by mending clothes and on the kindness of strangers when I had to. But I was surviving, and the gods were watching over me. I could live with that. Then one day, this noble comes in, wants this fancy gown fixed. Gorgeous thing. This shade of blue I'd never seen before. Only I had looked at it. And it reminded me of something. I had what they call an awakening. I remember being a noblewoman myself in another life. People doting over me. Men doting over me. Me. The best food. The most beautiful home. All the things you'd never dare to dream of, they were mine. It was poison knowing that. All those things I had that I'll never have in this life. It did something to me. My food started to taste rotten. The walls in my little room seemed to be closer and around me. I stopped being able to sleep in my own bed. So I came here. It was that or break into an estate and start ordering servants around. It seems like such a silly thing to worry about. You don't have to tell me, but I can't get past it. And I start to wonder, did the gods choose this life for me? And if so, what terrible thing must I have done to deserve it? Let's talk about something else. Maybe you'll get there again one day. If not in this life, but in another. There may be the gods took offense to the overindulgence. Nobody deserves to go through what you've done. You had it right before. There's nothing to do but live with it. People always need something to blame. The strange part is, I think even the best wouldn't be good enough for me anymore. I think it must have gotten to the point when I was that noble lady. Yeah. Intriguing. All right. Anything else here left to talk to? Crooked chalk. Crooked boards. Patient. That's somebody's bottle of spirits. I'll leave that alone. Let's talk to Azu. Azo? I like access to the North Ward. Out of the question. Those patients are isolation for a reason. So you can coerce them into experiments. Rio told me everything. She's a patient. That blazing woman knows nothing of the nature of my experiments. He balls up his fist and digs his teeth into the index finger. A growl simmering beneath his breath and a deep scowl compressing his face. Okay. Fine. Speak to them. For all the good it'll do you. I'm sure the discussion will be fascinating. He pulls a heavy key from one of his pockets and nearly slams it down on the floor before handing it to you. Very well, that's all I needed. Okay. Alright, so basically I get to agitate the shit out of him until he decides to give it to me. Gotcha. Okay, I've got the key. Or is that the wrong room? Just doing northeast? I guess northeast. I don't know. Oh, that was the room. Okay. Is this my face? Tell me! Graham! The man has the look in his eyes of a hunted animal. And at your approach, he staggers backwards to the far corner of his cell, halfway appearing as though he would climb the walls if it would get him further away from you. He cries out a bizarre primal utterance like nothing you have heard. Can't hide from me, Laden Key Spy. Grim looks at you blankly. It's unclear whether he understands you or not, but his panic is momentarily subsided. He opens his mouth to speak, but the words come out as half-formed, as though his tongue were cut out. They are impossible for you to discern if indeed they are words at all. Malditions of animancy, crueler than any torture. To disfigure the soul, let us return the favor to the animancer of this bleep heat. Heap. Farrell said you were being treated by Cad Azo. He looks at you with an uncertainty. Slowly, tentatively, he stops closer to the front of his cell, and as he does so, for a faint time, you can perceive his soul within your kin. It is a mishappen, as though maimed by some jagged instrument, and large expansions of it have been gouged out entirely. You feel no barriers of resistance. If you wanted to, you could look further into Graham's soul. Peer in his soul. You project out towards the maimed soul in front of you, merging with it. It's confused and fear becoming yours as it whisks you into depths. You're in your cell. A key turns. The door creaks open on neglected hinges. Thoughts come to you in waves. Incomplete, broken, fearful. Standing at the door is a rotund, balding man. His upper teeth and pointed nose remind you of a rat. He beckons, apologetic. You don't want to go. Anything else in your mind is a single word, and the word is no. But it dissolves before it reaches your lips. You press against the back wall. Cornered, you cry out. In darkness, you fight against unseen restraints. You cannot move your arms or legs. The man walks into the room carrying a lit candle. Its meager flame casting long shadows across the books and machinery. Straps bind your arms and legs. cold metal circumscribes the crown. Oh, God. The crown of your head and bedrith of your chest. The man is sorry. He is in need of raw materials. They dismantled his work, and he needs another source. He needs to show them he is right. He thanks you. He thanks you. Then he turns a knob, and you feel yourself begin to crack from within. Wait, so this dude's building tools out of people's souls? That's kind of badass. That's kind of cool. Alright, you made your tools out of metal? I made mine out of souls. Being a crack from within, you can feel the presence of your torn away. Like having your insides chewed by a horde of rats. And you are screaming. And scream you can barely hear. Continue searching. Another night. Heavy footsteps outside your door coming for you. You look through the slit in your door. The flesh giant. The artificial being just outside, but facing left. Facing the end of the hall. The boy there. The boy looks with interest at the giant, then collapses to the floor like a shed-snaked skin. The giant convulses for a moment, then rights itself, turns away, and leaves. Dig a little Grimm's soul. Graham looks at you, still wide-eyed, but somehow more present. He nods at you, then walks back to the end of the hall, end of the cell. Anybody else I can help here? Somebody's Christ wearing blood of the innocent. That's the guy that's got the issues with the, what was that? The mass murderer. A willowy adolescent boy stands in the center of his cell. Gawkish and stooped shoulders, he stares straight ahead. The occasional blink, his only movement. And it is unclear whether he registered your presence at all behind his glossy, doll-like eyes. In this state, the barriers between your soul and his are thin and porous, easily bypassed if you should wish it. You close your eyes and edge forward towards the boy's soul, and as you near, a sudden malaise comes over you. You are cold and warm all at once, sweating and shivering, and straining for breath, as you did in the cavern's journey. The soul you approach is the wrong one. A parasitic plant that struggles its host. It is predatory and pitiless. Interesting. And you have crossed paths with it before. Too late does it occur to you to retract, and already you feel yourself plunging into some interminable abyss of thought and memory. You are standing in the cell now, the same cell as the sanitarium. The halls are moonlit and empty, and you are waiting. At the far end of the ward, the door opens, revealing a flesh golem. A silhouette beneath the stone archway. It makes its usual rounds, the same stops every time. The misbegotten child of despondent creators. When the construct is close, you coil yourself up and spring forward, passing out of the boy's body as though it were a membrane. You can sense his body behind you. You collapse to the floor, a puppet whose strings are cut. You're rushing towards the golem now, bodiless, and a gust of wind. Quickly, you think to yourself, quickly, and you feel your strength hemorrhaging from your soul as you dart towards the makeshift abomination. You pass into the golem's shell and overtake its soul, implementing within, suppressing it, and containing in this new vessel. You're strong again. You step heavily footed down the corridor, unheeded by the other constructs, and scrutinized only by the weary, untrustworthy eyes of the mad. Coming at last to an office piled with books and scrabbled papers and the preserved implements of an animancy. You set your oversized hands upon the large machinery, a nest of globes and tubes and coils in the center of the room, and go to work, bending wires and unsettling arrangements. Your surroundings are pulled past you, or perhaps you are pulled past them, and they dissolve into blur. When they settle into place again, you are outside on a clear day, standing in front of a crowd stacked high above you on the tired seats of an amphitheater. You are acting for the crowd, standing, deliberating, still. But this is no play. A bald man with rotten-like features is strapping you into a machine, the one you had tampered with. You see your arms and oh my god, no. No! You see your arms for the first time, short and fleshy, unmistakably those of the little girls. But this body is not truly yours. Your mind still holds the same determination, the same hard-heartedness as before. The body itself is cold and vacuous. Unlike the others, this one has no soul of its own. The man speaks, and the crowd applauds with enthusiasm worthy of a hero's entrance. "Bear witness," he says, and he pulls a lever. The machine shivers and sparks, and the bead of sweat rolls down the side of the man's brow, but the crowd's apprehension quickly gives way to awe as the crystal globe fills with radiant mist and casts the entire theater aglow. He opens the valve. The glow crawls through the tube along the length of the copper wiring that runs to the set of the electrodes beneath your armpits. You feel nothing when it reaches you. And it should be, for you have been leading his work astray periodically. For some time, altering notes in settings and playing puppeteer for Hollowborn. But you make it look like people would expect it to look when a body is infused with a soul. In a moment, the machinery grows dark, and the man unstraps you, eyeing you with scientist concern. He looks back on the crowd. Behold, he says. But there is obvious hesitation in his voice. Slowly, you take a plodding step forward. Then another. You look up at the man, giving him the eye contact of which Hollowborn is capable. And the crowd gasps. Oh, man. Whatever this thing is, it's been messing with them the whole time. That's crazy. The man looks relieved. How do you feel? He asks the volument for the crowd. And this is the moment. At the time of your lungs, you let out a piercing shriek. The man comes towards you, his hand outstretched, but you run the other way, back to the machine. With all your strength, you drive your head into the crystal globe, and it shatters. Striking your head with warm blood, you drive your head down onto the surface of the machine again and again, drawing panic screams from the crowd. And by the time the man reaches you, your body has already ceased proper functional, and merely twitches on the cold ground. Satisfied, you depart the corpse in search of another unsuspecting host. Who would put their faith in animate? Who would put their faith in animate now? You're pulled again from your surroundings, transcending the boundaries of the memories and lifetimes deeper and deeper, past the betrayals and murders and lies upon lies that form the thick webbing of plots beyond mortal comprehension. You settle at last on the room, and you seem for expansive with a tall device encasing an Adir monolith. The room is filled with people, and the people all look at the device. You are yanked suddenly back to reality, and the once catatonic boy in the cell is looking directly at you, appraising you, calculating. There is no mistaking now that it is the soul of the man who caused your awakening. That gaze out from the borrowed husk. A watcher. You made me into a watcher. I need you to undo it. I believe you share coming past. I'm just looking for some answers. Not just a watcher. Someone will break those frail little legs of yours. I don't think threats are going to work on him. Look for more answers. Is that so? He makes no effort to bide his disinterests, but he continues to search your eyes. He makes a slight grunting noise, and his eyes soften for an instant, and it seems, for that moment, that he recognizes you. He opens his mouth to speak, then seems to think better of what he was about to say. His jaw tightens. I know your look. You hunger for answers that elude you. It gnaws at your soul. It usurps your reason for being. You are like everyone. I will help you let go. He dodges backwards with startling grace, puts himself out of reach. On his face, there is no malaise, only dispassion of a farmer putting down a sick animal. Then suddenly, he slumps forward. Oh, lovely. Oh, not Graham. We know you're getting attacked by giant flesh monsters. I don't want to kill all the patients. I don't mind killing the flesh golems, but this is ridiculous. These are just all people that are injured and need help. Well, I killed the main flesh golem. Will they all go back to normal is the question. Nope.
Welcome home, Columbia. Beautiful, beautiful. Every core computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Grace patient. Becker Jones. Flesh construct.
Discovery Houston, trim to ATO. Beautiful, beautiful.
Well, shit. I'm gonna go ahead and save my game here as a new save. I'm pretty darn sure I was supposed to do that. You cannot save while in combat. How do the patients have daggers? The vessel of flesh. Are all the flesh golems going to attack me now? Yeah, they're all going to attack me, aren't they? All the patients lose their minds? Looks like it. What have you done? You've been experimenting on patients against their will, mangling their souls. I have witnessed it with my own eyes. As of Fate's drains of what little color it had. How could you possibly? Look, it had to be done. Ethelmir and the others, they took everything from me. Everything when I was this close. I had to know. I had to know where I failed and why. Imagine the value if I had succeeded. I had something I could make all those hollow infants into something like a real person. And with a few more patrons, In a few years of research, who knows? No one has come that close to the legacy. It's why I have continued, why I have to risk everything. Here, working in secret, it's why you have to lie to Ethelmere for me. Tell him you've cleared me of all... It means to stop the chance at stopping legacy, then you have my silence. We'll see. I trust that you'll do what's right for Deerwood. Don't hold everyone accountable for my mistake. It's not Rebecca Jones' judgment. You should be worried about but the mobs. They don't care much for good intentions. My question is, can I get out of the sanatorium without getting killed or attacked? Nope. Everybody's gonna attack me. The wicks got out, I see. Oh, his assistance is gone. What over here? Oh, she's still alive. How about this guy? Headward must be told what's going on down here. Well, I solved all the sanitarium problems in one fell gigantic swoop. I wonder if that thing is still there. It did bounce from body to body to body. Corpse with cash on it. That was the guard. Well, I can take that now. How's he doing on spells? Okay, so he's still in okay shape. Still all the high level spells. Oh, I can take that now. I still haven't had a chance to clean my inventory out. To be frank, I think these people are better off dead than alive. They were so screwed up in the head where they were just not functional. So, what happened to Stormcaller? Kill 25 enemies with Stormcaller to unlock the next level. Rest in the lair of the Sky Dragon. Okay. What about that sword? That sword have a level up thingy on it? I decipher the first verse of the poem. What? Alright, so... So this dude's got the right idea. He's got... but the problem is I think he's going about it all the wrong way. What in the blazes happened down there? You're given permission to ask questions. Taylor killed Laden Key spy. It's complicated. A patient of yours, Yuskrim, was working for the Laden Key only without knowing it. You finish your explanation, and Ethelmore breaks his silence. I have read accounts of people in history who could do what you describe. The accounts are few and brief, and never reliable. Some go so far as to suggest that they are all the same person. If truly such a person was here among us, plotting our ruin, would that have had a body again, and could be of some real use in our time of need? I fear what the future may hold for this place. I am grateful you were able to dispatch the threat before there was loss of innocent life. We very nearly had another scandal on our hands. What of Azu? What part did his experiments play in this catastrophe? Azu was only trying to help the patients. The Laden Key took advantage of him. The Laden Key would have found a way to interfere with the sanatorium even without Azu. If I hadn't come along, Azu's experiments would have eventually resulted in another scandal. Oh, that sounds like he's close to it, though. Yeah, the Laden Key took advantage of him. I should have known better than to isolate him. Of course, he would resort to deception. The wiser thing would be to allow his experiments with close oversight. Of course, a mind like his must be allowed a chance to create. Next time I'm playing D&D, and if I play a necromancer, I'm an animancer. No, I'm an animancer, not a necromancer. It's a big difference. I try to help people. I wonder if we can get away with that at the table. Oh, there. Nope, he's got nothing to say. Farewell. We're going to talk to Izu now. This was nutty. That was just so bizarre. Azu, that'll be sometime before things calm down. Well, I solved a lot of problems. I'm still curious about why the Wick become ferile once they get into their pre-teens. Like, you don't think that would matter? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Alright, well, I've been doing this for a while now. I'm gonna go and save the game. I'm gonna go ahead and edit the video here. Some afterthoughts. So this was kind of cool. I like this. Reminds me a lot of Planescape Torment, where your character's trying to figure out what's going on, and you're inside of it. When you wake up, you're in a mortuary. Which, if you've never played that game, play it. It is worth playing. Absolutely. Some of the best writing I've seen in a while in a game like this. However, they don't complete the story. It ends in like a kind of open ending. Spoiler alert here. It ends with him walking through hell, basically, or the abysses. And once you go through the abyss, you then travel to the afterlife. And that's where it ends. That's where the whole game ends. You fight your mirrored self, which is all of your forgotten components or self, which is voiced by Tony J. I believe it's Tony J. I could be wrong about that one. So if I'm wrong, voice your opinion below. But I digress. So this is possibly the coolest moment I've had. Or I've stumbled several times just reading some of the stuff here because I'm like, what the heck is going on? I'm like, got thought process going on in the back of my head. Like, if the whole game was this, or we're figuring out what's going on with the sanatorium, and it turns out this big snowball plot, this could be really cool. But this isn't the whole game. You also have these weird plot twists, and it's just like stuff happens, you're like, oh my lord, that's stupid that happened. But there's other stuff like this. This was really cool. I liked this. It was almost as good as helping out the Peregrine. But I digress. So it is that time again. I'm going to get back to work. And as always, people, stay classy. And have a wonderful 2026.